Hello, my name is Rex and this is Project 2.4, the binary game. So since this project takes on software, let's just go on to the Arduino IDE really quickly. So to start off, to explain the code for the binary game circuit, we have three variables, which are the output pins for the bar graph. So we can actually see the binary value using the bar graph when we flip the according switches. And for initialize, we begin to communication and then we wait for it to be ready. And then using this for loop, we set up pins D2 to D9 as input pins, as it starts off as x equals to 2 and eventually it adds up to 9 and then it stops. And then we manually set up the pin mode for latch data and clock as output. And then for loop function, first we set up assembled as 0. This assembled value is what is going to be displayed on our bar graph and on our serial monitor in binary. So we use this for loop and or equal bitwise or equals to continuously monitor the input pins from D2 to D9, and it basically adds up all of the values. And then after we get the value of assembled, we use digital write low and then the shift out, which digital write low first turns the latch to low, and then you shift out the data and then you turn the latch to high. So that is essentially how the bar graph updates itself. And then finally we print the binary value of assembled in the serial monitor. So if you want to see this in action in the serial monitor, here it is. So after explaining all of that code, let's see how the circuit actually works. So essentially, in this circuit, each of these switches inputs into one of these pins in order, and the 8th switch outputs a binary value of 1, and the second switch outputs a binary value of 1, 0, and so on. And so when you output that, it goes into the input, and since, as we know, the for loop is constantly monitoring the input of these pins and it is using bitwise OR to create a value of assembled. So let's say if we flip this switch, that the third light turns on, which in this case that is 4. So assembled will become 4, and then it would be outputted through this. After the latch turns low, and then the data shifts into the bar graph, and then the latch shifts high again. So let's say if we do, let's say 2, it immediately shows up. And if we turn it off, since it's 0, then it's off again. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and that is the end of my video for 2.4 binary game.